What's up guys, this is Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to perform the overhand float serve, which is a serve that you can use at all levels of the game. I originally made a tutorial video on how to float serve 8 years ago that has 2.6 million views, and I wanted to make a new tutorial video with updated knowledge that I've learned since I'm always trying to improve the way I teach people how to play volleyball. First, we need to know why having good technique is important, where your serving power should come from, and what makes an effective float serve. Good technique means 3 things: producing a better result with less effort and minimal injury. Practicing good technique will allow you to perform at your best ability for a longer period of time with less pain. So if your body is hurting or you feel like it's taking too much effort to perform a skill, then you probably need to improve your technique. The most effective way to generate serving power for a float serve is utilizing 3 mechanisms: transferring your body weight from back to forward, rotating your trunk and shoulder to generate rotational power, also known as torque, swinging your arm quickly since speed equals power in volleyball. The most effective float serve is a ball that maintains a flat trajectory, higher velocity, and minimal to no spin. Balls that spin tend to have a predictable trajectory due to consistent air displacement around the ball. Balls that don't spin have an unpredictable trajectory because the air displacement is uneven around the ball and constantly changing, which causes the ball to wobble, drop, and shift at the last second, making it very difficult to track. Having a flat trajectory decreases the amount of time the ball stays in the air, which means less time for the receiver to respond, and also makes the depth perception very difficult to read when a ball is coming straight at you. Now that we understand what makes an effective float serve, we are ready to learn how to execute one. I recommend practicing the float serve in 3 stages. The first one is without a ball, the second one is focusing on the toss, and the third one is serving with the ball. Practicing the technique without the ball will allow you to take your time to understand each movement without the pressure of having to serve the ball over the net. Even though we're not using a ball during this stage, you should still mentally visualize a ball in your hand. I'm excited to announce our 2024 summer volleyball camps, which include girls high school, boys high school, co-ed middle school, and women's college camps. We teach fundamental and advanced techniques for all skill levels, provide position-specific development, and run competitive gameplay drills. We maintain a 1-to-7 coach-to-player ratio so you can maximize your repetitions and receive frequent feedback on how to improve. So invite your friends and teammates and take your volleyball training to the next level at our Elevate Volleyball camps. Sign up with the link in bio and I'll see you in July. Stand a few feet behind the baseline. Standing any closer will cause you to foot fault. Form the letter V with your feet hip width apart, opening toward your hitting shoulder. Shift 70 to 80% of your weight to your back hip so that majority of your weight is loaded on your back leg. Present the ball with a straight arm in front of your hitting shoulder. Load your hitting arm with your elbow back and hand firm and open. Lift the ball straight up for the toss, step forward with the lead foot, rotate and swing at the ball near or above eye level. Contact the center of the ball, follow through forward, and freeze to your target. For your arm swing, it's very similar to the spiking arm swing except for 3 main differences. For spiking, you're contacting as high as possible, slightly in front of your shoulder, and you're following through downward so the ball can have a downward trajectory. For float serve, you're contacting the ball near eye level and following through forward so the ball can have a forward and flatter trajectory. Now we're ready for the second phase, which is focusing exclusively on the toss. The toss is the single most important aspect of any serve because it will determine the trajectory, power, and consistency of your serve. Present the ball in the same way as you did without the ball. Toss the ball slightly higher than the height of your head. Step forward with your lead foot in an open position, which means your hips are not rotated yet. If you do this correctly, the ball should land slightly to the right and in front of your lead foot, which is the ideal contact point distance to maximize a flat and fast trajectory. Once you can toss at the same height and location 5 times in a row, then you're ready to perform the full serve. Make sure you start each serve by going through your mental checklist, which is presenting the ball by forming a V with your feet open to your hitting shoulder, weight shifted to your back leg, serving elbow back, hand firm, and hold the ball with a straight arm in front of your hitting shoulder. Then perform the following sequence: toss, step, rotate, swing, freeze. Contact the ball with a firm hand in the center of the ball, just above the center of your palm. The goal is to have minimal contact with the ball and drive through the center of the ball to maximize the float effect. If your hand is too relaxed, it will take the shape of the ball, which will create topspin in a consistent trajectory. Then freeze to your target for accuracy and consistency. If you want to jump higher and become a more dominant hitter and blocker, then use my jump training programs that include a 12-week bodyweight program so you can train at home with no equipment, a 4-week starter program if you're new to weight training and plyometrics, and the 12-month elevation template for serious athletes that want long-term gains and are committed to taking their athletic performance to the next level. Use my discount code and link below to get 5% off all my jump training programs and start jumping higher today. There are 2 simple drills that you can practice on your own to work on your float serve technique. The first drill is called the wall serving feedback drill because how the ball bounces back will tell you a lot about what you need to improve about your technique. Stand about 15 feet away and visualize the height of the net on the wall. The goal is to serve the ball so that it has no spin and bounces directly back to you, which means you toss the ball correctly in front of your hitting shoulder, had flat contact, and drove straight through the center of the ball. If the ball returns left or right, you didn't toss in front of your hitting shoulder. If the ball bounces back high, you contacted the ball below the center or too high above eye level. If the ball bounces back too low and in front, then you contacted above the center of the ball. If the ball spins, then your hand was too relaxed or you didn't contact it above the center of your palm. The second drill is called serving progressions. Start behind the 10-foot or 3-meter line and perform a float serve. Once you can serve straight and flat with no spin, then you've earned the right to take 1 step back and see if you can serve straight and flat again with no spin. Once you've done that, then take another step back. The goal is to gradually work your way back to the baseline. The purpose of this drill is not to simply serve from different locations on the court. The focus should be the quality of the serve. So that is why you cannot take a step back until your float serve is straight, flat, and has no spin. I hope you found this tutorial video helpful. Let me know in the comments below which detail helped you the most and what challenges you're currently experiencing with your float serve. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video about the most common mistakes that players make with their float serve and how to correct them.
That would be good for the bloopers.